Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T95E6. It's a tier 10 American reward medium. It's located on the south spawn of Lakeville and it's under the command of Awppenheimer. Now this tank has been described basically as the M58 turret on a T110E5 hull. It's got a very good turret, it's very good armour, 120mm gun capable of 400 alpha, and it'll penetrate 258mm with standard AP, and it goes up to 340 with the heat rounds. Now reload time 5.82 seconds for Awppenheimer, but he does have a good crew. It's normally, if I remember correctly, something around about 7 seconds to 8 seconds for the normal. 7 seconds I think it is. And he's taking it up onto the lake road position. First shot actually only hits the tracks of that tank, the not sure what it was, the E75, but he does get a nice hit into the MAHOU instead. Yes, gets that one again. It's quite a fast reload for a 120mm gun, but then it is a tier 10, so the only problem, of course, is that you don't have a whole lot of ammo. It's rather short on ammo, 36 rounds if I remember correctly in total. You can see those enemy tanks going into the town, but he's going to stay here for the moment, see if he can get some more shots. There's a T92A stopping them moving further up the lake road, but the Barask is there anyway. And the Barask is nicely positioned because he's behind a rock, so it's very difficult for the guys over the far side of the lake to shoot at him, but he can spot the guys as they're going into town. He might have to pull back from that position though. One of the drawbacks of this tank is that cupola. It sticks out a lot. It's very good when it's head hull down rotor though, because that turret is extremely well armoured. The hull isn't, but the turret is. You really want to play this in a hull down position if you can. You can see Awppenheimer's already got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel, and I think we've seen him in this tank before. If it wasn't him, then it was Filipperino. You have to be a really good player to get one of these. As I said, it's a reward tank. Okay, well there's a Heshbon up on the centre line, and an ELC F90 on the enemy team has actually made it this far south, which has forced them to pull back, and he's got company. He's got a standard B as company. There's 9 degrees of gun depression, but he can't get the gun to bear on that standard B. I think he's more worried about that ELC as well. He doesn't do much damage, only a 19mm gun, but yeah, the standard B fluffed his shot as well. Nope. And he's bouncing off the armour, so he's not going to get very far. Trouble is, the ELC could probably make his shots count through the side of Awppenheimer. Oh! Gets around into the Heshbon. Goes for the cupola on the C95 and bounces around from him. Heshbon? Yep. Easily through the turret of the Heshbon. T28 wants to have a go. I think Awppenheimer's saying, no, let me do it because I've got the fire rate. But the T28's not letting him get at it. Nope. Went for the cupola on the standard B. I think he could have taken it, and the T28's decided, yeah, it's probably better for him to pull back. That time he made connection. 436. This fast fire rate, it really is good. Oh, that's the Arty saying hello. 279 goes for the cupola, gets it. Yeah, that T95's on his last chance. Say goodnight, Gracie. Oh, he's lucky. Well, one more chance to stay alive, but not for long. Well, it was a critical hit, so I think it went through the viewport, but the enemy has made it around the lake road. They are behind Awppenheimer. Nope, didn't get that one in either. So he's having to turn around. He's leaving the T28 to his own devices because the enemy is actually doing rather well here on the lake road. T62A dies, but there's a Scorpion there. I think, or was there? No, the Scorpion's in the town. So that's it for the tanks that came down the Lake Road. So the Barask must have died. Yes, he did. Okay, so T28's pulled back, allowing Awppenheimer to get free reign on this corner, which is the best thing to do because after all he is super unicum, he can make the shells effective. T28's hanging back because he's lost a lot of hit points. Okay, can't get shots on the ELC Evan 90 yet, but if the enemy's gone further up the valley, he can jump out on top of that ELC and squash him. Certainly the standard B's a one-shot now, so he's not going to last very long. But Awppenheimer sees that the enemy is making ground in the town. About one of their tanks, a T110E3, is going around the outskirts of the town, and there's nobody really there to shoot him because our teammate isn't really paying attention. And unfortunately, the E3 managed to get into cover before we could shoot. Here's the T62A wreck. That wreck does make nice cover, actually. The Waffenträger doesn't really have a shot at the moment. E3 is behind the houses, so no shot there, but he's trying to open up an angle. Yes, he gets it. Oh, but he doesn't get the shot on target. He's now down to just 20 rounds. That one connects. Now he's used up all of his standard ammo. He's using premium and kills the E3. So that's his first kill, surprisingly. And he doesn't get through the armor. Did that hit the gun of that Scorpion? Yes, it did. Unlucky, it hit the muzzle brake of the Scorpion G. And that's why it was a non-pen, because, well, it didn't go through the hitbox. It actually just hit the module. So that guy's got module damage. Yeah, he took a round in the tracks, but the Scorpion's taken another round. And one shot now. Thank you very much. He's out the game. It's simple as that. I was doing it myself, not in the T95E6, but in a different tank, getting a high caliber the other day myself, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Okay, there's only 5 enemies left. There's only 5 on our team. The Martian's getting a little support now. He's fighting it out against that T57 heavy. And oh, we took a round. That was a 120mm round from the T57. Okay, he's sporting the new camo from the Christmas Ops. The T57's a one-shot. Aim for the hole. Nope, didn't get it. And he's going to go around, or no, he's going to do it that way. Yep. So he's got the T57. There's only 4 left now. 2 in the valley and the Arty. So he just needs to motor as fast as he can to the north of the map and kill the Arty, and then chase after the GSOR and the FP4005. It means that they must have killed the ELC and the standard B back at the cap. It also looks like we lost the T28 as well. He was badly damaged, so I think whilst Awppenheimer was away on business, the kiddies got to play with the other tanks, and unfortunately some of them got wiped out. But it's now up to Awppenheimer to find the M40 M43 who hit him earlier in the game. And if you remember, he actually did hit him for a substantial amount. 279. Well, it's not a substantial amount, it's a near miss actually, but he's skirting around the edge of the cap area. He doesn't want to set the cap off if he can help it, because, oh, I think it's going to set the cap off. Yes, it did. So the siren would have sounded, and that will alert the GSOR and the FP4005 that somebody's behind them. The Gorilla's coming up the Lake Road. Yeah, here comes the GSOR, and he gets a ram in there as well. One more shot to kill the guy. Yep, easy. But he did take 2 rounds from the GSOR. And now he's down to just 584 hit points. The Heshbon can wipe him out with 1 round if he could use his Hesh's high explosive squash head. And yeah, easy one into the turret there. 585. He got a high roll with the HE. Oh, and a ram kill. And that wins the game because they've killed the Arty. The gorilla got him, and that's the end of the battle. A ram to kill him. So, great game by Awppenheimer. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And here's the end of battle stats for that game. It was a first class tanker in the T95E6 for Awppenheimer. He managed to get a fire for effects, a fighter badge, a duelist, Hand of God, and a bruiser out of the minor medals. Out of the epic ones, or in fact the battle heroes, he managed to get a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, and he got a win rate of 8,690 and 1/3 of the enemy team. If we look at the team score, we can see that he got 6,892 hit points of damage, the next highest scorer being the Waffenträger with 3,494. Oh no, sorry, he wasn't the next highest. Beg your pardon, it was the T30 who was next with 4,215. Then it was the Waffenträger with 3,494. Yes, got to get these things right. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of kills, 1/3 of the enemy team, 5 kills. 3 kills went to the Gorilla and also to the P44 Pantera on the enemy team. 2 kills to the T30, the Martian and the Object 430, as well as the T57 Heavy on the enemy team. The Martian managed to get a steel wall during that action. Yes, he was very busy in the town. When it came to base XP, it was the T95. Yes, Awppenheimer did it again. 1,200 base XP on this one. 1,030 went to the T30, and they were the only 2 players who got over 1,000 base, with the Martian getting 934. He fired 29 rounds, got 22 direct hits and 17 penetrations. You saw he had a bit of difficulty trying to get some of his shots into the target, but that's only because the shell actually hit something solid and he got a critical hit instead of an actual hitbox hit. He did that on the Scorpion and on the T57 heavy tank twice. 6,892 hit points of damage, of which 1,917 was at more than 300 meters. 7 hits received, 3 penetrations, 3 non-penetrations, and 1 hit by way of splash from the M40, M43. He blocked damage of 1,600 hit points in total, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 5, and earned 85,586 credits on a premium count, 42,793 from personal reserves, and 32,523 from holiday ops. So a very big 160,901 credits overall for a medium tank. And after ammunition resupply and repair, and remember he did use some premium ammo during that game, in fact quite a lot, he ended up with 12,822 credits of overall. In fact, I think he did the RAM kill right at the end because he didn't want to spend money on another shell. So he was actually being a little conservative with his shells at the end. Yeah, just trying to save money. You know, I'll just ram the guy for a few hit points and that'll do the necessary. And he did. He ended up with 25 bonds from his achievement and 7 bonds for this being a tier 10 vehicle, 32 in total. 1,800 XP times 5, got 90 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 9,090 experience points altogether. So the T95E6, now I mean, it's down in the wiki that it's got the turret of an M58. I've never seen an M58. I don't know if that's true or not, so I can't say. If anybody does ask and correcting, what is an M58? I've looked for it. I can't find a picture of one anywhere, but presumably Wargaming must know what they're talking about, and if they don't, then I'm going to have serious words with them. So well done, Awppenheimer. Another high caliber under his belt and a good ding-dong battle with the enemy. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the YouTube algorithm, and thank you for watching.